Alright, so time to save the world. Now that Hudero has given us the codes to deactivate his horrible signal, we're going to Leroy our way past this turret over here again. We're pretty much going to be Leroying it through the entire level for that matter, because we're just going to be in a hurry, just rush through everything. Interesting thing about this part is you can actually go up there and kill Hudero while he's sitting there after you've completed that dialogue sequence. And there will be no consequences on the end of the game, or on future events in the canon. It just kinda happens. So, that is literally the end of the relevance to Hudero's role in this plot. I'm going to use the Typhoon here, because we're finally encountering these enemies now. And the thing about these guys is because they behave like zombies, like I described in the last video, they will horde around you and try to melee attack you, and it doesn't really do a whole lot of damage, but once they start hitting you, you can't really get away from them because you start getting slowed down. I'm going to use the last of my double barrel shotgun ammo, and it's really not being all that effective. Like, it's really, I would expect it to kill them each with one shot, but it's not really doing that. But as you can see, when you get a big group of them together like that, the Typhoon just becomes hilariously freaking funny. And sends their corpses flying every which way into the air. Now, if you're doing a pacifist run, this part can actually be pretty tricky because you can't use the Typhoon or any of these weapons because it will kill them, and using takedowns on them one at a time would be very inefficient, as would using all the non-lethal weapons. The Peps is pretty good because you can just kind of plow through them, but the best thing for getting through these big chunks of enemies during a pacifist run is gas grenades. Now, ideally, if you're doing a pacifist run, you should have a lot of Cyber Boost Pro Energy items as usual, so you should just be able to either camo your way through all these guys, have all the sprint augmentations and all the camo augmentations, and just camo your way all through all these guys and just ignore all of them. That's the way to go for the most part with the pacifist run. Of course, since we're not doing that, I'm going to go ahead and blow them all away with the double barrel shotgun, as I've been wanting to do for the entire game now. See, some of them die with one shot. I don't know why the others don't. Not all these guys have any armor on them, even for the most part. But I'm not going to talk too much about the path here because there's a lot of alternating paths as usual. But I'm just going to be going straight through as fast as possible, as straight as possible, ignoring a lot of these guys. There's a you can still trigger alarms in here, so if you're trying to go through, or I think you can, yeah. Not yet though. I think any alarms that are already sounding are obligatory. You can't avoid them. But there is a box guard down there as well. So, but if you're going for the Foxiest or the Hounds achievement, there are some areas later on with security cameras. So be mindful of that when you're sprinting through here. And there are some nice little side areas here that do give off some good stuff. But really, the only thing I'm looking for is this right here, plasma capsules, which will give us more ammo for the plasma rifle. Obviously, that's really the only other thing I could possibly hope to stock up on because we have pretty much everything else we could ever ask for. So, and I'm trying to get rid of some of my stuff now before the end of the game, so I'm not trying to really stock up on anything, because this is what I'd be stocking up for. Now, there's a secret area over here I definitely want to show off. We have to have the lift heavy objects to get in here, though. But I think they assume you have the ability to get that now, because at this point in the game, I have practice points I don't even know what to do with. And I'm about to get some more, because there's a limb clinic in here, and the lady here is still willing to sell us stuff. Even though she'd be happy to give us this stuff, considering we are here to protect her, essentially, that she's the only other non-infected person in here other than Hudero, and countless others that we're unaware of yet. We're the only other person she's seen alive.
In the meantime,
or sane and alive, rather.
Praxis software here?
Yes, of course.
But yeah, she does have Praxis kits available like all the other limb clinics do. She has two. And really, we don't need them. We almost have every augmentation in the game. I mean, we've been doing extraordinarily well at maximizing our capacity for practice points. I'm not going to bother buying the second one because, like I said, I have too many. I don't even know what to do with. I'm going to buy some hypo stims in case I ever need to heal during the final boss. And I don't have any room for any Cyber Boost Pro Energy jars. But if you're doing a pacifist run, you might want to invest these final practice points in expanding your inventory to max, and just carrying around as many of those Cyber Boost Pro Energy jars as you can. I think that'd be a pretty good way to go. So you can just camo through all this crap and get to the end. So what I bought just there, I demonstrated it with the shotgun, is the spread reduction from the bloom effect on your reticle when you're moving. And that's honestly not a very useful augmentation. I would still get it if you're doing a full combat run. But like I said, it's really not all that useful, especially with this, because this already has a maximum spread. Anyway, and it's still not really going to be able to take these guys out. I don't have any grenades, do I? Let's see if I can aggro them. The nice thing about this area is you can just Icarus your way off the side here and go up the stairs to another side of this area. There's a ladder over here. This is actually a pretty big area over here, but most of it is pretty pointless. There's not really a whole lot down here. But there are some lockers I want to hack my way into to get some more plasma ammo, because, like I said, that'll be important. I will demonstrate the plasma rifle at some point, otherwise it'll be completely useless to even have it. There we go, another plasma rifle if you didn't pick up the one from the mirror, which I don't know why you wouldn't have. Maybe you didn't think it would be useful at the time, you didn't have enough inventory space. Well, now you do. I wish I had some frags, that would be hilarious. Or the grenade launcher. Or the Gep gun. The Gep gun's not in this game. Damn it. Yeah, you can see there's a crap ton of guys out here, and you could just try to funnel them all into one area and use the Typhoon like I'm about to do here. I was getting all of them on both sides of you, because this is a pretty linear hallway, but... so badass. And it's just, God, it's just so fucking funny how they're just like launched into the air. Might as well show off this floor down here just to be thorough and show off that there really isn't anything down here. I was at the exit already, but I figured, nah, I can take another minute to show this off. There's a random thing on fire over here. Another area down here that is equally as pointless. I sure used up my shotgun shells pretty quickly. I'm almost out of them. Well, not almost out, but I'm running significantly low. So you think there's another storage locker that I'm looking for that has something in it.
I can't hear anything with all the noise.
Wow, did I completely miss him entirely? These things should be one-shotting these guys. I don't know why they're not. Okay, yeah, nothing up. Oh, this is what I was looking for right here. Because I knew it was around here somewhere. There's an alternate path we need to go down in order to have access to all the game's endings. And I'll elaborate on that when we get there. There's the security cameras right there if you're worried about those. Obviously, the best thing to do, like I said, just do a straight run through here with the camo. And there's a room in here. We're gonna punch our way through the wall and find out who's in here. Well, if it isn't Bill Taggart.
Jensen, how ironic that you should be the one to save us from the monsters out there.
Monsters, Taggart? You mean people? Augmented people who've lost all control, lost their reason.
Isn't that supposed to be my line? Unfortunately, it seems your esteemed Mr. Darrow decided to appropriate my point and turn it back on me. In madness and in blood. He has betrayed us all.
So you finally admit it. You are part of this, after all. You have been all along.
It would be pointless to deny anything now, but despite what you think of us, we never wanted augmentations outlawed. All we've ever sought is regulation. Rules governing how the technology is developed and laws that ensure it's used for the good of society.
You've raised society above humanity. So who gets to make those rules?
Men with wisdom, strength, and tenacity to know what's right. Proven leaders who distinguish themselves like you, Mr. Jensen. You've certainly earned the right to be one of us. All you have to do is take it.
I'm not looking for glory, Taggart.
Just remember that without control, there's no room for freedom, only anarchy. You were a policeman once. You know the importance of order.
I know there's a difference between order and slavery.
The biochip wasn't supposed to force people to do anything. It merely limited powers so that people couldn't go on killing sprees like the ones taking place right now.
Amazing how well that worked out.
Say what you will, but I know that some part of you agrees with me. Absolute freedom is no different than absolute chaos. Society needs boundaries if it has any hope of surviving. And you, Mr. Jensen, can be the one to give us that hope. Shut down Darrow's signal. Then help me get a message out saying that an accident at VersaLife contaminated the world's neuropozyne supply.
VersaLife? And what if I decided to blame the Illuminati?
The Illuminati is just a name to get rich financiers to invest more money. Besides, do you really think the world will believe in some 18th century conspiracy theory? Do this for us, and you'll ensure a future for mankind, all of mankind, augmented or otherwise. The future Hugh Darrow offers doesn't allow for both.
Let me think about it.
Now, there's something I want to mention here. Well, first of all, I'll talk about the purpose of that scene. The purpose of that scene is so we can have access to an alternate ending, you know. We have to do the same thing with David Sarif, so I'm going to go off and find him as well. Now, these are not considered side objectives. They're still considered main objectives, and you have to go and talk to these characters in order to get the options of the two alternate endings, in addition to the other two main endings, which I'll talk about when we actually get there. But, yeah, well, that's what we have to do to get those endings. We just have to talk to those characters. But if we don't talk to them, we will not have access to that ending, even if we already have seen it before. Anyway, something I wanted to mention in that scene is, that reveals that, characters like Bill Taggart and Hugh Darrow were already in on the whole Illuminati thing from day one. They just had their own agenda of what they wanted to accomplish by getting involved in them. And if you listen to the opening scene again, and you, when the Illuminati guys are all talking to each other, that you can hear amongst all the garbled voices talking to each other, the voice that says, after playing the game the second time and you listen to that, you can pretty clearly tell that the voice that says the world will not change overnight because David Sarif wills it is Hugh Darrow speaking. It's pretty obvious. Like, you can tell his accent and everything. And I thought that was pretty interesting hearing it the second time. It's like, oh my god, that's Hugh Darrow the entire time. I'm not sure if Taggart has heard in that conversation or not. I'm pretty sure he's not. I'm pretty sure his involvement was very limited at best. Well, this elevator also leads to another alternate path down here where we're going to find Sarif. Might as well go ahead and use the sniper rifle a little bit here on these exploding barrels just so I can give it some more screen time. Because really, it's not very good in this part, which is kind of disappointing because I still have so much ammo for it. I tried to use it on the Omega Ranch fairly decently, which I succeeded in, I think. That barrel exploded at complete random. It's not gonna, even this is not gonna kill these guys. It should have a ridiculous amount of raw power, but it's still not killing them with one shot. They just kind of flinch it off. No real reaction to it. There we go. Okay, you know what? Screw that. We gave it its last swan song before the end of the game. We might use it one more time. We'll see.
Don't be difficult. This is best for both of us.
So you want to be careful going in that room because there are some mines that will explode in there because at this point you're running around like crazy, so you don't want to run in there and blow up. But there's an alternate path in there over here I want to show off by punching through this wall. There's some more ammo here, so we definitely want those more plasma capsules. But there's more mines in this hallway, so we're going to go ahead and blast those if we can actually hit it. But as usual with the double barrel shotgun, our buckshot spreads preposterously. I'm going to go ahead and throw that concussion grenade because it's pretty much useless at this point, so might as well throw that out and trigger that explosion, which blew the door off. So this is that area we could have gone in through the main door, where the mines are. And throw these out of the way. And Sarif should be in here. There he is. Some more non-lethal ammo here if you need it.
Adam! Oh, thank God you came. I've got wounded here. We'll have to move them first.
We can't move anyone yet. Not until I get to the base of the station and shut down Darrow's broadcast.
What? Why?
The chaos you experienced here, it's everywhere. The Illuminati created a biochip that stops people from using enhanced abilities, and Darrow turned it into a kill switch.
Oh my...
Yep, that pretty much sums up the entire plot.
We gotta fix this, Adam. If people realize what's happened, if they believe augmentation technology created this chaos, they'll ban human enhancement research forever.
And that would be a bad thing.
Yes, it would! Don't you see what's at stake here? Ever since man first crawled out of that ocean, we've been striving to be more than we are. Augmentation technology is just the latest, greatest step on a very long road. But we've barely scratched the surface of its potential. We can't let fear stop us from continuing.
That's your belief, Sarif. Not everyone shares it.
But you do, Adam. I know it. And if we work together, we can really make a difference. We can improve the lives of everyone, but only if we fix this.
Go on.
We'd have to get a message out after you shut down Hugh's signal. Tell the world, tell them the Humanity Front did this. That their doctors created a virus that only affects augmented people.
You mean lie?
It'll give us time, son. Time to figure out how to destroy the Illuminati's biochips and move on.
And what about the people who've been hurt by this? Don't they deserve the truth?
Adam, if we want the freedom to become more than we are, we can't be blinded by a misguided morality. Some people will be left behind. It's reality. It's evolution, son.
Right. Evolution based on my DNA.
Please, son, you have to stay with me on this.
I'll think about it.